From the big red key to the humble boot, what powers do police officers have to enter and search a property? Let's find out in this video. Hello everybody, I'm Avion Solar and today we're going to be talking about what powers the police have to enter and search a property. Before we get into that, I just want to take a moment to ask you all, what videos would you like to see on this channel? Are there any topics you'd like me to cover? Any real life policing videos you want to review? Or maybe any offences you want to break down? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. So with that being said, let's move on to the police powers of search and entry. So the first one we're going to discuss is consent. Nice and simple. If someone gives a police officer consent to enter and search a property, they may do so. Now, the thing about consent is it can be withdrawn at any point, and if someone withdraws consent, the officer must immediately stop the search and leave the property, or use another power available to them. Warrants. Now, these are the most obvious times a police officer may search and enter a property, and they're covered by Section 8 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, which states that a Justice of the Peace may grant a search warrant if, upon application by a constable, they have reasonable grounds to believe an offence is being committed and that there is material on the premises which is likely to be substantial value into the investigation of that offence. An example of this could be the police receiving multiple pieces of information that drugs are being grown at a specific property. An officer may then approach a judge or a magistrate and apply for a search warrant. If the judge or magistrate is satisfied that there's likely to be drugs being grown on those premises, they may issue a search warrant for a constable to go execute. Now, Section 17 gives the officers the power to search a property prior to someone being arrested for the purposes of executing an arrest warrant, to arrest someone for an indictable offence, to preserve life or limb, or to prevent serious damage to property. An example of this could be an officer has been asked to go to an address to perform a welfare check. They knock on the door, maybe knock on the window, and there's no response. They have a little look through one of the windows and they can see someone laying on the floor in one of the rooms, not responding to them trying to get their attention. The officer may then enter the property to protect life and limb because they've got a serious concern about the person who's on the floor. Section 18 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act gives the officers the power to enter a property after someone has been arrested with the permission of an officer of inspector rank or higher, to search the premises for items linked to that offence or similar/connected offences. An example of this could be someone who's been arrested for possession with intent to supply. The investigating officer or officers may approach the duty inspector and ask permission to search their home for anything linked to this offence. If the inspector gives the permission, then a search may be carried out of the address. Section 32 of PACE is something you've probably seen me use quite a few times in my Policing Los Santos series, where I'll arrest someone and immediately search them under Section 32. Now, Section 32 doesn't always just apply to the individual, and you may search any property the person was in immediately before being arrested if a constable has reasonable grounds to believe there is evidence relating to that offence in the premises. An example of this could be a gentleman has been seen with a firearm. They run to their address, come out of their address, and upon coming out of their address are immediately arrested, but upon searching them, no firearm is found. The officers may then enter and search that address to try and locate that firearm if they've got reasonable grounds to believe it's been left inside there. So, now you know about the main powers the police have to enter and search a property. If you like this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. If you've got any feedback, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope you have a very nice day.